All right, good Wednesday morning. Thanks for catching our First Alert live stream. We are talking about the weather, and I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of some traffic information as well. Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon, live in the First Alert Weather Center. All right, so we've got plenty to discuss here. Let's start off with a live view from our Appleton sky cam. Right now, we've got mostly sunny skies. It is 4 degrees below zero. It's feeling like 26 degrees below zero, and that is some very cold air. In fact, dangerously cold, where frostbite can develop on exposed skin in about 20 to 30 minutes. So we've got a cold weather advisory in effect from the National Weather Service at least until 9 o'clock this morning. So please be careful out there and dress warmly. And let me take you to our Green Bay sky cam. And, I'm looking here at the latest from the Leo Frigo Bridge. I do see traffic that is now flowing in both directions. We were made aware that there was a crash on the Leo Frigo Bridge just a short while ago, and they had closed it down. There was one non-life-threatening injury because of that crash. But up until recently, traffic has been diverted off of the Leo Frigo Bridge southbound onto Atkinson Drive. There might be some limited access just by looking at the Leo Frigo Bridge. I am seeing traffic that is moving southbound and northbound. This was a multi-car crash that had occurred closer to 8 o'clock. We will continue to follow what's going on with the situation at the Leo Frigo Bridge, and I know Aisha Morales is gathering some more information and preparing for Action 2 News mid-morning that starts at 9 o'clock. We will give you an update on what's going on with First Alert traffic over at the Leo Frigo Bridge because it was closed. Things may be changing. It's a very fluid situation over there. And what I suspect is that if you look at this shot, this is from our TV station down towards the mouth of the Fox River, towards the Leo Frigo Bridge. It looks a little hazy, a little blurry. That's because we're picking up on some of the steam from some of the factories that are downtown. And as some of that moisture, that warm water vapor floats over top of that cold elevated roadway, that sometimes in these situations, especially when you have a west wind or a southwest wind, creates a little bit of some patchy ice, especially when it's as cold as it is. And so that iciness on either side of the beginning of the bridge there has probably helped to fuel that accident that we had that caused multiple cars to unfortunately crash earlier this morning. The temperature in Green Bay is 2 degrees below zero. Wind chill is minus 15. So our severe weather outlook is in the moderate category this morning. Wind chills 10 to 25 degrees below zero. Common sense rules apply here, but it definitely bears repeating. Dress warmly, in layers. Try not to be outside too long unless you really, really have to. And if then, just take it easy out there and play it safe. And keep an eye on those who might need a little extra help, kids, senior citizens, and pets. So until 9 o'clock this morning, we've got a cold weather advisory in effect in those purple shaded counties. That's Kewaunee County, Brown County, south and west. Wind chills perhaps as low as minus 25. We've seen that at times this morning. Right now, the actual temperature in Fond du Lac is minus 13. It is minus 8 in Wautoma and in Oshkosh, 1 above for Shawano and for Marinette. Now, the wind has been strongest in the Fox Valley and over towards the lakeshore out of the west and northwest around 10 to 15 miles an hour. And the wind chills diving down to the 20s below zero. Minus 26 for a wind chill in Appleton, 25 below in Fond du Lac. It is not as cold to the north, where the wind chills are 10 below in Iron Mountain and in Marinette. Not like that's a picnic or anything. We will find sub-zero wind chills this morning, and then our feel-like temperatures will be in the positive single digits as we go to the afternoon. A high of 18 degrees, and yes, we've got some sunshine right now, but we'll have more clouds around this afternoon, and your Wednesday could end with some snowflakes flying about. We'll talk about that in just a second, but here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictors wind chill forecast. Our feel-like temperature in Green Bay should be about minus 6 around 10 o'clock this morning. 1 o'clock this afternoon, 2 above, and about 2 above, 7 o'clock this evening. And we'll talk about why those wind chills have some importance as we go towards tonight coming up in just a moment. But I want to switch gears and talk about our next weather maker. It's not a doozy by any shakes, but I'm expecting a few flurries and light snow showers this afternoon and into tonight, but it's probably going to only accrue to a dusting. So the reason why we could have some snowflakes is because of a trough of low pressure. That's that dashed brown line across the northern Great Lakes. It's going to be drifting south, and behind that boundary, the wind is going to be blowing off of Lake Superior higher, so a little bit of enhancement from the lake could squeeze out some snowflakes, even though the atmosphere is pretty dry. So first alert pinpoint predictor. God bless you, Aisha.
Thank you.
Aisha has a tradition of sneezing during my weathercast. I think she's allergic to me. But anyway, sunshine and then increasing clouds as we go into the afternoon. If you look closely, you can see a few flurries on the map. It's not a lot of snow, but just a few decoration flakes here and there. And then 7 o'clock this evening, some snow showers tracking across Door County. In northern Door County, you could see up to an inch of snow. That probably would be pushing it, however. But most folks will see a lot less than that. Probably just a candy coating, maybe half an inch of snow for folks in the north woods. And it's probably just enough where it just very thinly coats your front walkway up to the front door of your house. You could probably get out your broom and just sweep it away, since it'll be very light and kind of a dusty little snow. So there's your first alert super 7-day forecast. A few flakes late today. Otherwise, it looks mainly dry heading into the weekend and not as cold. In fact, our high temperatures will be working their way from the teens in most spots today to the mid-20s tomorrow. 20 on Friday, 26 on Saturday, 36 on Sunday, and then early next week, a bit of a mild spell with highs not too far from 40 degrees, and we'll probably melt some of our snowpack across the area. Right now, Green Bay has a snow depth of 9 inches. That'll probably shrivel a bit as we go into next week. And also aiding with any melting, not just the mild air, but also a little bit of some rain, which at times could be mixed with a little bit of some snow or some icy precipitation on Monday. Any rain or precipitation Monday and Tuesday probably be on the light side. But anyway, regardless, it is not going to be nearly as chilly as we go into the beginning of next week. A couple nuggets of knowledge for you, and I talked about why that wind chill this evening is got some importance because, well, there's a lot of families that are heading to the Resch Center this evening to see Disney on Ice. And while, yes, it won't be as frigid as it has been the past couple days, with a temperature heading into the Resch to see Disney on Ice around 13 degrees and a wind chill of +3, we hope the kids are dressed warmly with the heavy coats and the gloves, hats, and scarves. And then I also want to highlight here on our super 7-day forecast, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That 3-day stretch, we've got the Wisconsin State Hunting and Fishing Expo. That's at the Resch Expo Center right next door. And it is going to probably be dry with a mix of sun and clouds. It won't be brutally cold. In fact, we'll see highs in the 20s and even some 30s on Sunday. So if you're looking for a milder day to go, then Sunday is probably your ticket. But just be advised that as you park and then walk into the Resch Expo, and there's a little bit of a walk there, especially as you cross the street there on Oneida, it is going to be a little bit breezy, and so that will not be the most pleasant experience, but once you get inside, you'll get a chance to enjoy some room temperature air. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. All right, so you got your live stream update, and as I mentioned, Aisha, who's behind me, she's really busy this morning. She's covering that road closure on I-41 over the Leo Frigo Bridge. I'm sure we'll have some fresh data. It seems like conditions are changing over there. We'll give you the very latest on what's going on with that on Action 2 News mid-morning. That's coming up in just under 20 minutes on the TV side. And Aisha's also going through news scripts, checking out your top news stories of the day. And of course, I'll be back with a weather update. So if you can, watch Action 2 News mid-morning coming up on Channel 2, just leading into the 9 o'clock hour. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Stay warm. The end is in sight with this Arctic air. It is that light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, is getting brighter and brighter. And we hope you have a bright day ahead.